We're signing our lease. This will be the first one that we get together.
I should probably back up a bit. My name is Wesley, and this is my boyfriend Albie, and together we spent the last year living in places like Amsterdam, Berlin, Thailand, San Francisco, but this last month we returned back to New York to find a new place to call home. The process went a lot quicker than expected, like we found our apartment in 2 days kind of quick, and now we're spending the next week getting prepared for the big move. To be honest, coming back to New York City has brought a lot of mixed emotions that I'm still working through, but in the meantime, I'm filling my days with lots of planning, solo walks, catching up with friends, and going on some interesting dates. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here.
Hello. Good morning. Or I guess I should say afternoon because it's 1 p.m. I've actually been up for a while. I went to get coffee this morning and then I spent a few hours doing like my weekly review, updating my Notion, getting some like life admin stuff done that I didn't have time for this past week while apartment hunting. And I am getting ready right now to go see some friends out in Chelsea. I did my nails yesterday, finally. They were chipped and breaking off for like 2 weeks because I didn't have time to update them. So I feel very pretty and put together again. And I'm not too sure what the schedule is going to be for this week. I think we need to set up our movers and utilities and everything and get our move-in date finalized and start thinking about furniture and all of the things that you need to live. So I'll keep you all updated as that goes along. But for now, let's head to Chelsea.
Back when I graduated college, it seemed like everyone wanted to move to San Francisco, and now in the last few years, for some reason, a lot of us have moved to New York.
For directions, I don't know where I am.
So today is the first time that I'm catching up with everyone in probably 6 months. And I forgot to mention it was pouring rain on the 20-minute walk over, but these guys are always worth it. The next day, wouldn't you know it, the sun was shining. New York do be like that. Albie and I decided to take advantage and go out for some Thai food and then walked around to a local flea market afterwards. Let me get these. I'd been passing by this Japanese market every day on the way to get coffee, and we decided to stop in and finally check it out. There were a lot of different vendors downstairs, although no one was actually manning the booths, which I felt was a little bit weird. And we went to go check out the Japanese grocery market upstairs as well. I don't know if you guys ever feel this way, but something about being in New York on a nice day just gives you so much FOMO when you're not outside. And that's part of the reason I have so many mixed feelings about being here in the summer. Yes, summer is awesome, there's tons of stuff to do, but sometimes you kind of just want a potato inside and not feel like you're the only one.
So I told myself I wanted to stay in for Saturday, relax and, get some alone time. Albie's at a Muay Thai event right now, so I'm actually here home alone for once. I don't know, something about doing this in New York gives me this like intense anxiety and FOMO because you always feel like you're supposed to be doing something, and if you have a free Saturday and you don't use it to its fullest and like pack the entire day with event after event after event, it feels like you did something wrong. I don't know, or is that just me? I was feeling a little down about it earlier, but I got some Gilmore Girls on. Watching reruns of shows always makes me feel a little better. And while I have that on the background, I wanted to show you. Dun, 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 dun. So this is my plan for our new apartment. Because I'm an overplanner and we can't move in yet, it makes me feel less anxious about that if I can at least do something in the meantime. So yeah, right now I am drawing out the floor plans for this. And one thing that's actually really cool about this app is there's like a dollhouse feature here. So you can actually see like the 3D version of everything in space. And this is kind of like the plan that I'm thinking of right now. But I feel like I still had this very college mentality in my 20s when moving into new places where I would just find whatever furniture was convenient. I want to be a little more thoughtful and intentional this time, especially since we are going to be staying here for 2 years. I feel like if I invest more time and energy into it, it'll be worth it. The other thing I'm doing is creating a mood board. I use Pinterest for literally everything. And if you're wondering, no, Albie doesn't have any stake in this or any decisions, and that was something that we agreed on beforehand because he likes living in a nice space, but He does not enjoy the actual process of having to plan and put things together, so that is my job. We did talk about it, so it's not just me taking over because I want to, although it kind of also is. I haven't quite been able to articulate exactly what this feeling is, but it happened the last time I moved to New York back in 2021 as well. I want to say it's like a feeling of unsettledness. Maybe. I don't know. It's because, like, I'm excited to be here. And it was a big decision to move back here, so it was very intentional. But there's just something about having all of your routines disrupted and, you know, your community. And, I mean, I have friends here and I know the city pretty well. It's still disruptive, I guess. And I think that disruption in my life, even if it is a positive one, even if a transition is a positive one, is still a little bit difficult to process emotionally. The excitement for this new phase, but there's also grieving the old chapter, and there's this uncertainty and anxiety about what is this new life going to look like? Where am I going to be living? What are my new routines going to be? Who am I going to be hanging out with? What is life going to look like once I'm all settled? I won't know for sure until it actually happens. Because I think if you just feel scared or you feel overjoyed and you just have like a singular emotion, it's a little bit easier to process because you know what to do with it. But when you have multiple conflicting emotions at the same time, I think it's more difficult to make space for all of them. I don't know. Let me know if you feel the same or you know what I'm talking about, because I haven't quite been able to put my finger on it. Yeah.
If you couldn't tell already, my mind has been all over the place. I have a feeling this next chapter in New York is going to have a lot to do with self-acceptance and learning about the things I want and the person I really want to be. And I don't think that has anything to do with the city in particular. It's more so just part of any big transition, really, and figuring out how we want to show up in a new season of life.
Good morning. It's beautiful outside again, and I have lunch with Victoria at 1 p.m. So I think I'm gonna actually go and grab a coffee right now, walk around at the farmer's market. But yeah, it should be a nice little day to play. I also might take a city bike back because I've never biked in the city before and I kind of want to try it out. But I also have a very intense fear of dying via motor accidents. So I'm not really sure how those two things are going to mesh. So TBD on that.
I just left. Oh, I showed them the picture yesterday too. I don't think I've never gone.
Got some good news. We were expecting that our apartment was gonna be ready for us later tonight because the previous tenant was still moving out today. Turns out she moved out very early, so the keys are ready for us. We're gonna head over there and just check the place out again. We actually haven't seen it empty or really taken a deep dive into the apartment yet because when we originally went, the current tenant was still living there, so I didn't wanna, invade her space too much. Shoo, this is very exciting because we haven't had our own space for the last year almost, and I can't wait to finally set up our new home. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Are you guys excited? All right, let's go. Pretty nice. Oh, I just wanted to show you guys around our new place. I guess we can start with here. We actually have two different walk-in closets. This is a small one, which will be Albie's. And we also have another walk-in closet over here, which will be mine because I have more clothes. They left this mirror with the apartment, and then we bought all of these hooks and entryway setups because they were already here and the last tenant wanted to leave them. So I figured it was one less thing to buy and think about. And then here is our lovely bathroom. Nothing really that special about it. And it's a little bit small. We do have some storage behind here, which is good, but otherwise we might have trouble fitting a bunch of stuff in here, but we'll figure that out later. This is our kitchen. So we've been thinking about having either an island or dining table or a counter height dining table. I think a dining table would be nice just to have people over, but I'll be cooking 95% of the time. Probably an island will make more sense here. And we got a new fridge and a new dishwasher in. And I'm very excited that all of the appliances are full size and we have a gas range stove.
Wait,
because
did you say dishwasher?
yes.
What was that? That's a dish rack. See?
I was the one who wanted to dry dishes in here and you hate it. You literally dried them on the counter when we had this before. Anyway, very happy to have the gas stove because last apartment we had electric and it drove me crazy. There's lots of storage up here, although I can't really reach a lot of it, so we'll need a little bit of help. We have this cool drawer right here. It comes out and there's more storage back there. Crown jewel of the apartment, as always. Washer dryer. What else? Oh, I also bought this like paper lantern scones from the Little Ass Girl because it was already installed and I thought it was very pretty, and I'll probably put my desk here and we'll just have a nice little wall gallery thing going on. AC, always nice. We have these beautiful windows. This might be Albie's desk area. We haven't figured it out yet. We're still figuring out the whole layout and everything. What? You don't want it? Okay, we'll find another desk space for you. Here is our bedroom. It's quite cozy in size, which I'm actually quite fine with because I would rather have that space in the living room versus in the bedroom. I think this does fit a queen bed with like a dresser there and dresser there, so all the important stuff will still be there. And I might put like a little vanity table or something over here to do my makeup since the bathroom lighting is quite dim. There's like a little closet with shelves, so can't hang anything in here, but maybe we can put in like linen, shoes, that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting how we figure out this space. And that's it. Welcome to our new home. I'm very excited because we have natural light and big ceilings and lots of space everywhere to film and make great content. Welcome to Brooklyn. How do you feel about our new place?
I'm not moving in. I'm going back to SF.
Albie and I are going on a little date.
As a thank you for taking such good care of me this last year, I reserved a couple's date night at Craftsman Avenue, a workshop that specializes in skills like woodworking, electric work, and, you guessed it, blacksmithing. One of Albie's dreams is to create his own sword, and we're not quite there yet, but maybe in a few more classes. As always, thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.